Welcome to the Gnostic TV family. We are so delighted that you are here sharing your message, sharing your transmissions. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you our submission guideline. Very quickly, we have these in place to ensure that you come across as the most professional and most welcoming guest and expert that you can be. First, we'll start with recording format. It's really important that you always use speaker view. This is really easy on Zoom. You just go to the top right-hand corner and click on speaker view, and that ensures that you stay on camera, or if you have a guest on camera, that they stay on camera. This gives more of a studio professional setting than the old side-by-side YouTube look. Next, you'll want to make sure that you're always recording in landscape. That means long, not up and down. Portrait setting is for reels, landscape is for video. So make sure you record in landscape. Next, you'll want to make sure that you have great lighting, because lighting really does matter. Where the lighting comes from and how great it is makes a difference. In my case, I have a little light above the camera. That makes sure the light is always on my face. You don't want backlighting. That makes you look like a ghost on screen, or invisible, because you're invisible when the light's behind you. And if you have light to the side, make sure they're equal. So that way you're completely covered and bathed in light, so to speak. Next, you want to make sure that your background is great. In this case, we have a Gnostic TV background behind us. You kind of get known by the background that you have. So you'll make sure that you think about your background being your home studio. What would a home studio look like? This means keep it free of clutter, make sure there isn't anything distracting, no trash cans next to you, and keep it clean and professional. You can look at professional studios to see what is in the background for them. You'll get some really good ideas of what that means. If you don't have access to a nice, clean background, then go ahead and use the blur feature on Zoom. That way, people focus on you instead of what's behind you. You want to make sure that you look directly into the camera. Now, I just look down because I see where my notes are, but you want to stay focused on the camera. The camera is that little teeny dot at the very top of your computer. And as tempting as it is to look down, look to the side at your guest, look down to read something, you want to keep your focal point always at the top. So what you can do is squeeze your Zoom screen all the way up underneath the camera. So if you're looking at yourself, you're pretty much looking directly into the camera, the way I am. You want to think about camera height. Now, a lot of people record on their laptop. Your laptop is on your desk, and you're looking down at your laptop. So if you are working from a laptop, take something, a stack of books, a box, something to lift the camera up. There are some great tools that you can buy on Amazon that lift up the camera and put the camera at eye angle. So that way you're looking directly into the camera. That's where you create connection with your viewers. Make sure that you have great audio. In this case, I have two big microphones. I try to keep them out of view as much as possible for a more professional approach. This is starcasting, not podcasting. So we do have great sound, but we prefer to not have the microphones in view if at all possible. You want to make sure when you're editing your content before you send it to us to upload on your behalf, that your transitions are clear. And then you want to make sure that you have intentional spacing, because there's nothing like listening to someone who's speaking 100 miles an hour and they don't stop to take a breath. And it's really hard for your viewing audience to really grasp what it is you're talking about. So share a concept, take a deep breath, pause, and then move on, especially if you are interviewing someone, because that pause then allows the speaker view on Zoom to make the shift that it needs to make. And it takes Zoom a split second to make that happen. The other thing to keep in mind, what sets Gnostic TV series and shows apart from so many of the other platforms that are out there, YouTube, for example, is that we are highlighting you and your guest. So please keep your screen free of logos, lower thirds, overlays, branding. That all gets handled within the show descriptions themselves. So you don't need all that clutter around your viewing platform, around your screen. So it's best to keep it like you would keep your background clean, keep your screen clean too. Oh, and speaking of clean, make sure you clean that camera screen once in a while, because if it gets smudged, you look fuzzy. And again, no decorative frames or borders. Keep it clean, keep it professional, keep it beautiful. All of those are a distraction between you and your viewing audience. What you will need when you submit your content to Gnostic TV for the first time, and if you're submitting on behalf of a guest of an episode that you're doing with a guest, we need high profile, high resolution head and torso shots. So if you don't have a professional photo shoot, have a friend grab your iPhone, grab your camera, and get some really, really great three-quarter shots. Clean background makes it so much easier for us to work with. Next, you want to have a bio that is very short, 3 to 5 sentences, your mission, your story. Keep it short, keep it sweet, because in this case, less really is more. You want to provide your social media links. How can we get in touch with you? How can we tag you? We have an entire campaign that runs across social media. So we need to know where to tag you to make sure that your viewers see your content. Then you can provide us with additional photos or images. If you're interviewing someone and there's an image, a photo that represents the show that you're doing, the content you're providing, provide us with high resolution images that we can use to make that episode shine. Remember that support is here. Any questions that you have, Gnostic TV is always available for you. Reach out to Hillis Pugh, our client relations manager and journey manager. And you can always reach out to me, Victoria Reynolds, the COO, and we'll make sure you get what you need within our submission guidelines to make sure that you look and perform your best on Gnostic TV.